On today's Finding the Equalman show, we're going to talk about how it's never too late to be an entrepreneur. Hey, it's #1 best-selling author and motivational speaker Erik Qualman, but a lot of you know me as Equalman. On today's show, I just want to have a heart-to-heart about some bad advice that's being propagated out there, but a lot of my peers, even peers that I respect, and a lot of it has to do with entrepreneurship, or when you should start being an entrepreneur, or who can be an entrepreneur, or how do you become an entrepreneur. First and foremost, it's never too late to start. Look at Ray Kroc, the founder of McDonald's. You got to start at 52. If you look at Frank Lloyd Wright, one of his best works of architecture when he was at the age of 72. If you look at Colonel Sanders, he was in his 60s when he was hitting his prime with Kentucky Fried Chicken. So it's never too late to start. Everyone has a different path on how they get there. That's some other bad news or fake news. Let's use the term that everyone's using today. There's a lot of fake news about entrepreneurship or how to get there. What's the path you need to take? There is no defined path. So a lot of folks, again, out there are talking about, well, if you ever work for a company, then you're not an entrepreneur. You can never be an entrepreneur because anyone that has entrepreneur DNA would never ever work for a company. Well, that's just flat out false and wrong. And the reason I can say that is because I'm speaking from experience, because myself, I had a year career, 20 years career before I started to do my own thing and start my own business with Equalman. So if you're out there, you're 40, you're 50, you're 60, you're 70, you can be an entrepreneur. Or if you're 30 and you work for 10 years at a company, you can still be an entrepreneur. And remember, not everyone needs to be an entrepreneur. For some people, it's just fantastic to be an intrapreneur, like I was for 20 years of my career. So the key is following your own path. Another misnomer out there is that everyone thinks that an entrepreneur has a hoodie and they dropped out of school. That's not necessarily true at all. Read Adam Grant's book, Originals, to find out for yourself that a lot of entrepreneurs actually went to higher education. So I went to graduate school. I went to undergrad and also graduate school and college. So you can take any path that you want. It's not that you have to be bad at school and drop out, because the only path you have is to be an entrepreneur. It's all different for each person. So if you've got a lot of education, that's only going to help you. It's not going to be a detriment that you have a lot of education. And keep in mind, whenever you make a switch at a company or whether you decide to jump into the pool of entrepreneurs, there's always going to be risk. It's not called reward, it's called risk-reward. And speaking from my own personal experience, I did the exact same thing. Right when I was starting Equalman, what was I doing? I just lost $500,000. I lost $500,000, basically all of my life savings. So it was the worst time for me to start my company. It's also during the Great Recession. So it was one of the worst times to start, but it was in my DNA, and every path is different, and it turns out it was actually the best time for me to start. So the key there is it's never going to be a perfect time to start. So if it's in you to start, go for it today. That's it for today's Finding Equalman show. A little different, a little deeper dive, but just a reminder to all of you out there that just follow your path. It's all going to be different. So if you want to become an entrepreneur or an intrapreneur, remember, it is never too late. If you want to go to college and get a great education, that is never a bad thing as well. So anyways, this is it. It's Equalman reminding all of us, it's not what we take from the world, it's what we leave behind. Today on Finding the Equalman, it's all about those breakfasts. Oh shoot, sorry, let me do it again. The phone forever's filming. To-do list, to-do. Hey, it's Erik. To click the like button, and if you want to receive more information about how to unlock, I got some in my eye, sorry. And at the end, okay. I'm looking at Facebook.
I like this song because it's like.
I think you're gonna be the end of this video.
Okay.
I like it.